Gun owners now know for certain how the pro-gun control wave hitting the nation may impact them. The president just today announcing his proposals to curb gun violence today in the wake of the 27 killed in Newtown, Connecticut last month. Here's what the president is asking Congress to do. Limit gun magazines to 10 rounds, ban quote-unquote military-style assault weapons, establish universal background checks so buyers at gun shows and private sales, they'll have to be screened in addition to having to go in a store, and dedicate more money to helping treat mental illness and enhance school security. Take a look at these numbers here. This is this poll we're getting. This new CNN Time ORC poll shows the majority of Americans appear to back the move. 55% of those asked were in favor of stricter gun control laws. And joining me now here in studio is Jerry Henry, the executive director of GeorgiaCarry.org, quoting the website, the no compromise voice for gun owners. Jerry, welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, did you listen to the president earlier today?
I listened to part of it.
Give me your #1 biggest beef with what he laid out.
He did absolutely nothing to address the criminal element. All the things that he pointed out will only affect law-abiding citizens who already abide by the law. There's nothing in there that's going to give a criminal any more knowledge that will make him read the law, understand what's in it, and follow it.
Universal background checks, that wouldn't help eradicate some criminality aspect to future buyers?
There have been studies over and over of criminals who are in jail. You ask them where they get their guns, they don't go to gun shows to get their guns. They get them off the street from the underworld.
The president, and look, anyone could acknowledge what happened in Newtown, which really has been serving for this momentum. What happened in Newtown may not have been prevented had all this been enacted by Congress more than a month ago. We can't say that for sure. But what it seems like a lot of people are saying is, look, at least if you can, I feel like it sounds like my parents, you know, back in the day, they say you shouldn't stay out later than midnight. If something happens after midnight, things, things just get worse for a lot of youngsters out there. I think, okay, well, right now, if you were to have, a lot of people say, if you were to have these laws enacted, the universal background checks, the ban on these military assault weapons, it would at least lessen the probability of an element of criminality, of an element of young people being killed.
Really?
I'm just saying, this is one side of the argument, that's all I'm saying.
That would have stopped the young man from killing his mother, stealing three of her guns, stealing her car, and driving down the road to a school and shooting somebody. I fail to see how that would have stopped any of that.
I absolutely take your point, and that's how I preface the whole thing. But beyond Newtown, other examples of people using, for example, an AR-15. Let me just ask you, we were talking in the commercial break. Right. You own an AR-15.
Yes, I do.
What do you use an AR-15 for?
Target practice, shoot varmints. I live out towards the edge of town, and I can shoot on my property. And it's a very small caliber gun compared to a hunting gun. So it's not going to do anywhere near the damage that people tell you it will do.
We have a clip just exactly showing what an AR-15 is capable of. Guys, let's roll that. Why do you need that to shoot varmints?
Well, I didn't count the number of rounds, but if you're shooting varmints, why does it matter? If you're defending yourself, then you may need more rounds than that. The lady in Snellville the other day that shot the guy 6 times and hit him 5, if there had been one more guy or 2 more guys standing there, her 6 rounds would have not been enough to protect herself. I've never known anybody be in a gunfight that said, gee, I had way too many bullets.
Let me just ask you this then. What would you propose? I think everyone's on the same side in terms of not wanting more innocent lives lost.
Right.
So what would you propose that the nation do to help lessen the probability of that happening next?
Well, we need to, number one, we've got over 20,000 gun laws on the books. We need to enforce those gun laws. We don't need to put people in prison and make it a revolving door for them to come back out. And that's what we do. And then when we find somebody that is mentally insane or mentally unbalanced and they commit one of these crimes, we take them off to hospital, let them stay a few years, and then they're out and back on the street with us again. We need to punish people for the crimes that they do. You cannot legislate evil out of the minds of men. You just can't do it.
Are you loyal to the NRA?
I'm a member of the NRA, have been since 1964, and I'm a patron member, but my loyalty is with GeorgiaCarry.org. I do follow what the NRA does nationally.
They have a tremendous influence. Do you agree with their influence?
I do agree with that.
You do?
Well, on most cases. There have been some that they've waffled that we prefer not to waffle on, but for the most part, yes, they do have a tremendous influence.
Okay. Jerry Henry, we just wanted your perspective, and
Well,
I appreciate it. GeorgiaCarry.org.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
And we'll be right back.